I'm Missy Muehlstein. I am 32 and I am a physical therapist assistant, and I grew up in Davis County. My husband and I met while we were serving a mission for our church. My husband's name was Stephen Schubert. We got married in 2015. We loved to travel to Disneyland all the time. We would go like once a month. Stephen had such a caring heart. He worked with his family in a business where they helped adults with special needs. Stephen was very passionate about basketball. He would play at least once a week on leagues and whatnot. He was the type of person that would just wake up one morning and be like, I'm just gonna go run 6 miles, and just go run 6 miles and then be back and be like, all right, what do you wanna do today? Stephen was diagnosed in 2017 with a glioblastoma. The way that we found it was he was at work and had a seizure and ended up falling over, and so then they took him to the emergency room, and then that's where they found the mass. By the time that we went in for the surgery that morning, the tumor had doubled in size. So Dr. Edwards knew that it was going to be an aggressive tumor, and so he was aggressive in taking it out. Unfortunately, with glioblastoma, there's no chance of survival, and so it's mainly just trying to prolong the life. And in 2018, Stephen's tumor grew back again, but it was a little deeper this time, so he ended up becoming paralyzed. He ended up needing to get an emergency brain surgery. He was able to relearn how to walk. He worked really, really hard, and I think that showed his determination. Stephen was definitely had no fears whatsoever. Me, on the other hand, my anxiety went up the roof. Every little time he had a headache, I was stressed. Every time he didn't sleep well, I was stressing it. But Stephen was so good at being able to calm me down. We were very grateful the entire time for all of our healthcare. From even just the very first brain surgery and recovering from that, I felt like we were very well taken care of. We always knew what the next step was going to be, where we needed to go to next, which was amazing. The last few days, he just became really weak. It was hard to get him out of bed, and so we would just kind of stay in bed. I would help sit him up. We would just watch movies. For the most part, he was pretty coherent the entire time. The last 24 hours is when he went unconscious. When he passed away, it was actually pretty peaceful, and I'm very grateful for that. And I was nervous. I didn't want to be alone when he passed away, and so my mom was there, his sister was there, and his mom was there as well. And it was just really peaceful. My life has changed pretty significantly. Before he even passed, we decided that I would apply to go to PTA school, physical therapist assistant. And so 2 weeks after he passed away, I went to the school and started applying, got into the program, and then I met my now husband. So I've been remarried since, but in school, I met Christian, who's my husband now. We graduated from the program, and I've been working as a physical therapy assistant ever since. The day that I found out that I passed the exam was very emotional, because it was one of the last goals that Stephen and I had together. So I felt like when I passed that exam and I had my license, I felt like it was a way for me to keep moving forward, honoring Stephen.